Hello everybody, this is Mr.Google and welcome back to my next video. Today I wanted to let you guys know that I'm pretty excited. All the things I kind of expected and predicted are true. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, it's, in my opinion so far, this is just my first look, a great game. Even for the PC, it's not a bad port. Some people were expecting that. I stayed optimistic and I have played it at the Gamescom before, and my predictions were that it was highly likely a game that could be like Black Ops 2 in the way of how it feels, how it runs. So that turned out to be true, and the same thing goes for the time to kill. It's not like Ghost where you die in like a blink of a second, so that's pretty much a good thing, I guess. So this gameplay will provide you guys with the AK-12. I believe you have that gun in Battlefield 4 as well, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, if you basically pre-ordered the Day 0 edition, you got a bunch of extra bronze camos. This is not called golden, it's bronze, so nothing too spectacular. But for those who were that much disappointed about Ghosts, yeah, this is pretty much the game for you, probably. I can't say how much excited I was for eventually testing this game out, because it has been a while. If you played Black Ops 2 so much, like 700 hours, that's kind of much, yes. You kind of expect this game to be great, and so far it turns out to be it is. So after a bunch of tweaking in the settings for the PC version, I got it running pretty great. The graphics are amazing. This gameplay is 60 frames per second and the resolution is in 1080p, so 1080p 60 FPS. So I'm kind of messing around with the bitrate qualities and stuff to provide even, if possible, a better quality. But let's get back to the first look. So one thing I will let you guys know is that it feels like Call of Duty, but it is way different than previous ones, because people can boost around, can jump to the left, to the right, so you really have to get used to it. It is a lot harder, because normally you didn't have that much of the height play. So now people can boost over walls, they can quickly attack and then boost sideways or backwards or to the left, to the right, whatever. So it actually feels pretty good, so I'm pretty happy about that. And do bear in mind that you will have to tune your settings a little bit in the graphics options, because if you enable some options you get blurry textures. It still runs okay, but your game looks bad. Well, it should improve it according to the tooltip. So I will make that video as soon as possible. Probably it will be online on Wednesday, so stay tuned for that. But yeah guys, are you guys excited? Are you playing this on console? Because the previous version was only playable on console to an acceptable level, but this, guys, this game, it even has Supersampling in the settings and stuff. So yeah, and it runs way better than Call of Duty Ghost while having the same requirements, basically recommended. There are no frame drops, for me at least. I'm using an i5 processor, 2500K, and I'm using a 7950 Videocard from AMD with 8 GB. For those who are curious about the gigabyte limit, it's 6 GB and I own 8, so I do not know if there is a hard lock for 6 GB of RAM. But what I do know is that when I play this game, it always uses all of my available random access memory, so my RAM is almost fully used when playing this game. So it could be true that you actually have to have at least 6 GB of RAM, because for me it almost maximizes my 8 GB. So might have to do something about the 46-bit window. So yeah, so I am okay with it. If it fully utilizes the RAM, then I'm pretty much okay with it, because it looks way better than the previous Call of Duty. I even dare to say that it probably looks better than Battlefield 4, which I also play. Because this is YouTube, it downgrades the quality so much that you could actually not see that much of a difference with, for example, a console. But the gameplay, at least it's real 60 frames per second. I had to struggle to record it at 60 FPS 1080p with my processor, so I overclocked it to 4.7 GHz, but it worked out. So even with the super sampling on, all of the graphics on high settings, all of the anti-aliasing stuff on, not all at its fullest, but super sampling, it's very hardware demanding. But even while recording, I was able to add a little bit of super sampling into it. So I might add a few screenshots in the link in the description down below, so you guys can see the true image quality which you get on the PC. So yeah guys, I hope a lot of people will buy it for the PC, because it seems to actually work and it's not a bad port. That was my nightmare. If that would have been the case, then it would have been very, very disappointing. But I stayed optimistic and it is working perfectly fine. So guys, what I will probably do is, in my next videos I will first start with the optimization video for the people who are playing on PC. I might add a little bit of gameplay in that, but it will mainly focus on getting your best settings. So that could be very useful for a lot of players. But at least I will not have to make a fixed tutorial. At least not really, because the frame rate is good and it stays optimized. I do want to tell you guys that the frame rate is, unfortunately for some, locked at 90 or 91 frames per second. So yeah, if you have an expensive 120 or 144 Hz monitor, that's a little bit disappointing for you. But I can tell you guys that it actually runs great. So hey guys, thank you for checking out this video. If you want to support my channel, leave a like down below and consider to subscribe if you enjoyed. Hopefully see you next time. If not, that's okay as well. And stay tuned for the next videos. I will provide you more. Goodbye guys.